we went into it with no experience in television whatsoever, and made a tremendous number of mistakes for the first year. I mean, still make mistakes every year, but I think, but hopefully learning as we go and improving things. But we just didn't have any production experience, so we came in kind of knowing how we wanted to write it, but not knowing anything about the casting process, the editing process, working with visual effects, working with a production designer, all that stuff that you need to know. And it's been a steep learning curve.
They would get behind a project and they would give it a solid commitment.
We'd never produced anything for television before. We'd never produced anything for film or internet or anything. We'd written before, but we never produced. So when we went to George, probably it was probably like that bluff where you mistakenly think you have a straight and you actually don't. But we were so confident that I think we convinced George that, well, these guys seem like they really know what they're doing.
I said, I want it done. I want a faithful adaptation of the books. And they said, that's what we want to do.
These two, the gift that keeps on giving. Merry Christmas, everybody. As you can see, I have changed my avatar. But now we're going. I don't have any Christmas-themed openings for the show, but if you guys have suggestions, please put them in the memes channel. I would like to have them. That would be great. Anyway, allow me to bring in my guests.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm ready for more dragons.
Alrighty. Well, I thought you only had eyes for the wolf. I thought you only had eyes for the wolf. Speaking of
the
which...
The current Wolf Lord of the Space Wolves is Logan Grimnar, also known as the Old Wolf. He rules from the Hall of the Great Wolf, together with his wolf lords such as Herald Deathwolf, Eagle Ironwolf, and Bjorn Stormwolf.
All I got out of that was wolf, 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 and wolf.
The Space Wolves are incredibly uninspired.
Why, Merry Christmas, everyone! And over here you can hear merry wolf noises.
Lovely. Yep. And we have one last we have an actual dragon joining us. He's dead, but
well, you can be dead and still celebrate Christmas.
Well, beggars can't. Well, in this case,
beggars can't be choosers.
Hey, it's like give it a chance.
Yeah.
Stop destroying the budget, please.
We don't have
not the biggest.
Exactly.
We have an unlimited budget.
Wait a minute.
Unlimited budget.
We should edit that video and put a Christmas hat on it.
What does some Vampire Connections give you this unlimited budget you speak of?
What? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, so we're not nostalgia critic. We don't go in for stupid skits.
No, we don't.
Shit.
On the topic, Dialis, currently over here in my state, I have not seen snow.
I technically haven't seen
yet.
Nope.
I haven't either. At least not much.
I don't think I've seen any.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so this week we're just going to go over the Purple Wedding, which this is the a lot of people say this is the most satisfying thing in television, because finally this little douchebag gets to
Gets
die.
Gets what he
This
deserves.
is
You get what you freaking
Joffrey's
deserve.
death, right?
Yep, this is where Joffrey dies. Yeah.
This is the part where Joffrey dies.
And
Yeah,
everybody
and a lot-
celebrates.
And a lot of people were really happy. It was just like, yes, Santa came early this year. You guys, like Jack Gleason, phenomenal guy, absolutely phenomenal little guy. Well, phenomenal actor. He's apparently like the nicest kid in the world, but he plays an absolute horrible piece of scum ridiculously well.
Well, that just shows how much talent he's got if he's the sweetest little thing ever.
Yeah. Like everybody on set says Jack Gleason's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. So Purple Wedding. So okay, that's just interesting.
You're not to be confused with Purple Rain by Prince.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if somebody could send me the clip of "Hello, Future Kids," that would be great.
I sent you it already.
Hello.
Just the 5 seconds.
Yeah, that was the 5 seconds I sent you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you? You want me to send it to you again?
Ah.
There you go.
Wait, hello,
Did
fellow
that see a
kid.
shiny? Yeah. So.
Joy.
Yeah. So
Hey, Grant.
welcome to Nihilus Nihilum. Welcome Beccareeb or Rebecca. Welcome Grant and Harper.
Hello, Grant.
Even you can't stay long. It's good to have you.
Massive.
Yeah.
Hey,
What can you do?
Hey, don't call my friend a massive.
You
Mm.
massive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just the 5. I mean, not the YouTube clip. The 5 seconds, like an MP3 file.
Oh, you want an MP4 file?
Yeah.
You're gonna need to get someone else's. You're gonna have to task someone else to get that for you because
Yeah.
don't have the.
I can do it. It's just time consuming, and I'd rather not do it, but I can.
All right. Hey, White, do you think you can do it?
Do it.
It's fine. Becca's fine. Yeah, that'd be fine. Alrighty. Well, here we go. So, there was something. Okay, quote. There was something guiltily satisfying about watching the sadistic Joffrey Baratheon die over and over again. Yeah, I will admit that there was. I will admit that there was. Joffrey Baratheon is a horrible
little shit.
Yeah.
What you saying to me? I just reminded the Gus Johnson short.
He's a shit stain, and everyone knows it.
Yeah. He's the worst.
Yeah. So, September 2013, gorgeous day, particularly by Game of Thrones filming standards. That's not saying much. Production was set up in a shady hillside grove of Dubrovnik overlooking the Adriatic Sea. Lannister flies in the breeze, banquet tables, women, sun, etc. Nice furnishings. Set was being ready for filming. Cast members prepared in their unique ways. Charles Dance paced. The fearsome Lannister lord having a smoke. Interesting. Sophie Turner grooved happily to some music. Nikolai Coster-Waldau practices horseplay with an unsteady hand. Emily Dor armor stood old through a grove, looking focused, lips moving, currently running through her lines. Newcomer Pedro Pascal excitedly socialized, looking like a fan who couldn't believe his luck. Yeah, cool. Good old Oberyn. I like him. He's a good guy. And costumed extras, playing wedding guests, reading lunch at craft services, King's Landing elites looking elites mostly consisting of wealthy older men, partner with young women. One of these subtleties you notice but seldom pick up on when watching the show. Good work. Good job there. and Game of Thrones legendary swordmaster C.C. Sniff, whose credits include Star Wars and Gladiator, decided to give a reporter a lesson in the basics of fighting with a broadsword. When people ask my favorite moment from visiting the Star Throne set over the years, this was it. Oh, okay, so Mr. Hibbard was the reporter getting the lesson. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's neat, I guess.
Neat.
Yeah. In the Video Village 10, where the producers watched the monitors, David Benioff, Weiss, and Carolyn Strauss looked really nervous. They're taking advantage of downtime by engaging in an epic Candy Crush battle on their phones.
This is some real shit right here.
Oh,
Candy
God,
Crush.
don't.
Wait. Say that again? What was that?
They were
Candy Crush battle on their phones.
Yep. They were taking advantage of the downtime by engaging in a Candy Crush battle on their phones. Dear gosh. Okay, so
done.
Well,
There you go.
and then it's not that bad. It's just kind of hilarious. Is like that's what they're taking advantage of the downtime, and they kind of like it's fine. It's not that bad. It's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we got the dolphin
Okay,
back.
so I just sent you something in the office.
Oh, thank you. And Icelandic band Sigur Rós raid nearby to perform for King Josny and admitted they were somewhat anxious about their cameo. Like, probably anybody would. Makes sense. It is then that done. I've heard a couple of things. One is also hyena.
Well, you also. I say you sound like the dolphin. I say you're a dolphin. You're not even human. You're literally just a dolphin.
Now I get that. The fucking sea lion. God.
Yeah.
Like I used to sound like wait, you're a seal now. I'll go get the club.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if they look nervous in front of the sociopath, it's not the worst thing in the world. Noted Weiss. Don't hassle the job. Wearing a "Don't hassle the job" t-shirt.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's ironic.
It's really like I don't.
Don't ask the job. That's a little foreshadowing.
I don't mind this. It's not that bad. It's just kind of dad jokes.
I like dad jokes.
They're just not very funny. They're just not very funny.
Well, the difference between dad jokes and these are dad jokes get you a chuckle even though they're really, really cringy. In fact, they get chuckles and giggles because they're cringy. These don't.
Huh.
I mean, my last
I often have that.
I can try and do the Raiden laugh.
Yeah. So for once, the show was notoriously difficult to create. Was all running smoothly and easily, despite having to stage an incredibly complicated sequence. Everybody was ready to kill the king. So for through first three seasons of Thrones, Joffrey Lindards is the show's love-to-hate villain. He was infuriating combination of spoiled petulance, cruel bullying, intellectual ineptitude, and utter cowardice. Fair enough. In a show packed with shades of great characters, Joffrey is impressively devoid of any redeeming qualities, other than perhaps given his youth and upbringing, he's arguably less responsible for his actions than an adult character. Agreed. That's how he is in the books. Good on you guys. Joffrey, George R. R. Martin. Joffrey is the classic 13-year-old boy. Do you know many 13-year-old boys as you'd like to give absolute power to? There's a cruelty in children, especially children of a certain age, that you see in junior high and high school and middle school.
That's debatable. because real little kids who have no idea what they're saying can be really, really cruel without intending to be.
Yeah, well, just cruel. Like, kids can be cruel no matter what happens.
Yeah, they can be really cruel.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Yeah.
So delicious.
So, okay. So, far from being an evil alpha male out to do evil, of being evil, bad things often come to people unfit.
Dave picks heterosexual.
No. So basically, it's like, well, David Benioff wants to be an alpha male. He doesn't have a social justice bone in his body. He does not give two craps about social justice. He like, I kind of don't either, but his is a special kind of no F's given.
Well, I mean, he's into ambiguously brown women.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, hang on. Ambiguously done women.
Yeah. So Dan Weiss, far more often than the evil alpha male out to do evil for the sake of evil.
Evil alpha male out to do evil for the sake of evil. No, that's not typical alpha males.
Well, at least not typical alpha males. It's like typical in fiction.
But that's still not typical in fiction.
I think it is.
Yes, I'm pressing X.
Sauron's an alpha male. Like, it's like the idea that you got to conquer and stuff.
Yeah, but does he go around flaming his giant flaming dick around?
Yeah.
Hey, I do that.
Yeah, or like.
Well, I used to before your dog bit me.
Or like.
It's not my fault.
Or any of the bad guys in, what is it? The.
Alex is probably like wondering what the hell we're talking about right now.
We're talking.
Hello, Alex.
So bad things often come from people unfit to occupy positions of power. They don't have the moral fiber or leadership skills, but for some reason they find themselves sitting on the throne.
Never.
Cersei had to watch her child evolve from a horrible, uncontrolled into a horrible monster. And by season 4, she's suffering under his tyranny.
The signs were there. If your kid likes cutting up kittens, then you know something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Joffrey is literally out of Cersei's control, says Lean Hetty. She's trying to be the soft, gentle mother with him, and he needed a good slap.
More than a slap.
He needed more than a slap.
I would say a good hammer to the face.
He needed a good fall.
This seems like a rewriting of the character somewhat. Even if it's from Lena Headey's perspective, this feels very much like a
rewriting the character to fit the actors.
Yes, because Cersei is
motherly
spoiler mom that just
she's
evil, that spoils her like evil son rotten and makes him even more rotten.
No, there's like this one moment where Joffrey's convinced that, yeah, I screwed up. It's like, no, you were wrong. You didn't screw up. It was just those little wolf kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wise. Those little wolf kids. Screw them.
So,
if it weren't for those damnable little wolf kids, I'd have gotten away with it too.
I would have still been alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. I think you're paying the blame on you still being dead on something else.
Yeah.
That's not what you said when we first started this.
Well, it's not my fault, okay? I wasn't paying attention, and then one of my dogs went up and bit you.
Alrighty. So it was painful for her because it's such a big screw up that kid she loves so much got out of hand, and she has little to no control over him. Her honest state was fear, but it was covered with grief and pride, terrified of being found out by him. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So I loved it in season 3 when she said, "If it weren't for my children, I would have thrown myself from the highest, highest, highest tower in the Red Keep." That's accurate. That also told me that Jamie wasn't the love of her life, and her children were. She felt terribly effing guilty that they were from that union.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Okay.
Done.
Done dead. Done geschehen.
We're done. You there?
You okay?
Yeah, I need to keep going, keep finishing. So
Not gonna comment on that.
What?
All right.
You're not gonna comment on what you just read?
Nah, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
So yeah, it makes sense since Jamie's not the love of her life like her children are. That's accurate. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's Rhaegar, I guess.
Yeah, in the books, like she's still like Cersei's cray in the books, like really freaking cray.
No, she's super duper smart and can outwit anybody.
Okay,
get it right.
Now in other news,
Yeah?
water is not wet. Stop perpetrating the lie that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she felt terribly guilty about that they're from that union. She talked to Tyrion like, "I screwed my brother. Now I have kids, and now it's tits up." Cersei really wished she were born a man. Her children were her sanity, and so the more she come up, the more she did. That's accurate. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that makes sense. So Dan Weiss, we were at Comic-Con, and Samuel Jackson explained to us for 5 minutes why Joffrey absolutely positively had to die and gave us all his reasons for wanting Joffrey dead.
Okay, I gotta see.
I can imagine it in Samuel Jackson's voice. That motherfucker must die.
I believe he should die, and he should burn in hell.
Space junk.
English, motherfucker. English.
Yeah.
It's just one of my.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Oh
did.
yeah, the fucking explosive. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We still need to figure out what kind of explosives they smuggled in.
Yeah.
Explosive cum.
Oh, that's life.
I wouldn't say phrasing, but
Phrasing.
no. He knew exactly what he was saying. There is no.
Yeah. All right.
This is freaking out Mr. Dunn over here. All right, let's continue.
Yeah. So, in interviews over the years, producers took pains to point out that Jack Gleeson was very much not like Joffrey. They were concerned that Gleeson might get mistreated in real life for his role. All the monster Dave marveled that such a young performer Armor could play such a sociopathic character so convincingly.
Newsflash, people. Kids are little shits.
Well, this kid's 19 or 20. Then...
Well, yeah, but the thing is that people are going to talk no matter what you do.
Well, it's just, yeah, I don't think that, yeah, I think that kind of like he's, I don't think he's still like it's good to kind of just like say that like this kid's the nicest kid on earth. I think that's fine. It's nice and sweet.
Yeah, it is, but that's not gonna stop people from talking about his character and going, maybe there is a side of him that's like that, which is why he finds it so easy to do.
Yeah, Mr. Perion, you're gonna get here. You're missing out.
Up the volume? Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. 1 second, let me adjust my camera.
Well, I can't joke around and say, Have you ever seen one of those fan edits that are just super funny of Joffrey just being a good guy?
Oh wow, I can't edit my own volume. I can edit other people's, but I can't do mine.
Boo! Hashtag 0 out of 10. Horrible customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Get closest to the mic.
Jack's damn wise, Jack's soft spoken. He's funny. He's decent to people. He has this unfailing sense of what the most horrible person in the world would be like, and he would say in a line, and because it's it right. When he gets into character on set, it was so abrupt and often convincing it left his coach unnerved. Esme Bianco, working with Jack was a total trip because he was a very mild mannered, sweet, soft-spoken guy. In between takes, when everyone else is on their phones, he sat at textbooks studying theology or philosophy or something. Dang, nice.
Kudos.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when everybody actually fucking hated the actor for Joffrey because of the fucking performance.
Well, these performances, these faces.
No, I was talking about real life. Like,
Yeah.
some people actually said like death threats and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, but
it's similar
I would take that as a compliment to his ability.
Yeah.
I know that just ran through my head suddenly. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
You were still good at playing some psychopath, some sociopathic and murdering asshole. I hate your fucking guts. That's such a greatest fan.
Yeah. Yeah. So then you get on set. He's the only actor I've ever seen it with. I can actually see the moment without him saying a word where he became Joffrey. It was uncanny. Something changed in his eyes, and all of a sudden he went from being Jack to Joffrey. It was so creepy. I have goosebumps now talking about it. Sophie Turner, Jack is an insane actor. When he changed like that, it's a scary kid. He wasn't like one of those method actors that goes to a dark place. If he was one of those guys, he'd be horrible to work with. Jack Gleason. I 90% of the time feeling what Joffrey would feel, glare, desire for attention or frustration, whatever. That's the 10%. And then there's that 10% where through lack of focus you realize you're shouting at Sigur Rós and there's 1,000 people watching you and 3 cameras, and sometimes it became a bit mechanical. But that's fun as well, to take yourself out of it and appreciate it. But you wouldn't be able to work if you did that all the time. You have to focus on what the character thinks. Okay. One of the more riveting scenes is when Joffrey scenes when Marjorie Tyrell tried to connect with him to her betrothed in season 3 while he showed her off his new crossbow. Marjorie was skilled at discovering men's desires and fulfilling those desires. She realized that dates were far darker than they imagined. Natalie Dormer. The crossbow scene was the high point of my experience, and it was first time for Jack. I really got our teeth into. Jack and I really got our teeth into the dance of power between us, and it was working out if she was able to control the psychopath. Okay. More British than the director. It's seen it. It's one of those great power turns where power shifts back and forth between them. She would try one thing, it would work. He would see through it, then try another thing. It would counter, complex and beautiful. So interesting. So she would eventually use that crossbow to kill Ross, but not after she forced a sex worker to beat another woman with a scepter in one of the show's blackest moments. Yeah, it's also that scene. Ouch.
Oh, okay, remind me again.
You know the one where Joffrey wants to beat up, where it has the poor prostitutes beaten up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross, to say the least.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much strung her up and like shot her full of bolts or something. The first time I remember.
Yeah, that was after this, but yeah.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, they fucking beat each other.
Yeah.
With a whip or something.
So, Esme Bianco is the worst scene I had to shoot. It was horrible. It was mess and uncomfortable, and what turned into a big controversy because I thought people, people was doing worse than beating her with the scepter, and I'm like, how did you ever get there? That reaction said more about the viewers of the show. Yeah. Well, it's kind of just something when you like pull away a blood-covered horn scepter. It's unpleasant. Yeah, it's very unpleasant. It's also not in the books. They made that up, so I just kind of like, that's not good. So, a few moments where Jack Gleason was permitted to express some compassion. Joffrey was devastated when he saw his father, King Robert, die. And there's a scene in season 2 where no, it's not season 2, it's season 1. Joffrey doesn't do anything good in season 2. Get your facts right, please.
When does these people ever got their facts right?
And
just an easy.
Joffrey is such. From what you've explained of Joffrey's character, I very much doubt that he would ever mourn for his dad.
I think that he would. He does hero worship him, both in the books and the
show. Yeah, he does respect. Like he does idealize his father, but just not enough.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. Like he idealizes his father because he wants to be like his father, even though he doesn't fully like get the context that his father's not that good of a guy. In terms of like his dad is got a lot of flaws. Like he's
a drunk and a whore. Yeah.
You are fucking boars and hunting whores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of it's privilege. Like he likes his he likes his dad to a certain extent, and he like quotes his dad to Tywin, like saying a king should be bold, and that's like, oh, dude, you should not have said that to Tywin Lannister.
No.
Tywin. You hit like my father won the real war. He killed Prince Rhaegar. He took the crown while you hid under Castle Rock.
Tywin is just a triggered.
Well, no, Tywin just stares at him for 3 seconds. Joffrey goes like,
he shrinks. Yeah,
and he's like, the king is tired.
Take him to his quarters.
It's really
There's just moments like these that just like, wow, this could have been so much. This could have been really Sutton.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. And to grace us with his presence is good old Count Balerion.
Welcome, Count Balerion, the Balerion region.
Hello.
Well, at least you're not burning down the city, destroying all of our budget this time.
No, he's compared to you, he's only eating away 1% of the unlimited budget we have. Compared to you, who's eating away 20% of it.
Are you suggesting we should spend that budget on direwolves or something?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Let's take the screen.
Direwolves and cats.
Wolf wants to blow all the budget on what is it?
Wolf sex or something.
His salary, cat girl hookers, and
okay, hold on. So hold on there. I think you're
missing yourself, Mr.
I think you're misreading my budget.
Ice spiders.
You can read the paper right here, Mr. Wise.
I can't read. What are you talking about? I don't have eyes.
You can't read. Is that what you just said?
Some of the scribbles. This is the budget.
We all know you're lonely and horny. It's just best to admit it and just go on with your life.
Trust me, I am the ultimate lonely, horny person.
I am not. I'm not going to be taking advice from an undead dragon and a vampire.
Alrighty, let's keep going. let's keep going, shall we?
Besides, it's like depending on all the cat things. What are you talking about?
Any dirt yet?
Not really.
Oh.
We have to get to like season 5 to get to the really good stuff, probably.
They skipped over a lot of season 2, so
other than blatantly getting things wrong regarding season, like Joffrey sincerely apologizes to Sansa in season 2, apparently.
What, sincerely?
And the Sansa have a love interest in season 5?
Yeah, it's just kind of frustrating because it's like it's season 1. Get it right. It's season 1. Get it right.
Yes. Season 1 was the one where people almost died.
Yeah.
No, there's probably a lot of other things where people almost died and we just don't know about it yet.
We're just leaving it out.
Yeah, holy crap! This has been going on for years, and we're just now learning about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrifying. I don't want anything to happen to these lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no falling off cliffs, please.
Well, I want Nihilium. I want to know if the budget covers the cost of creating a stable portal connection to a stream, because it's really hard to keep connection stable. It's probably within the budget.
We just have to cut down like 99% of Wolf's request. Will be good.
Yeah.
No, even then, that's got a lot of money. We're going to have to also cut.
That's Tyrion. Joffrey never killed his father with a crossbow.
Okay, so according to this, not only will we have to cut 99% of my budget, we also have to cut White's potions that bring him back to life.
Wait, he's in an alternate universe. This explains it.
Oh, did you see the one from Becca Reeb? Valyrian needs his life blood. Get to the good stuff.
I'm sorry.
Hurry for the dragon of the Cymru.
Yeah.
Yes, I need some lifeblood too, so I can be a living tisms again.
Good. We cut that, but actually, White, I got to tell you, we kind of cut that from your salary.
Yeah.
I wanted horror again. Damn it! Before Christmas.
Yeah. So Jack Gleason, I was going to play that like I didn't care, but Dan was like, try to express a genuine love for Sansa that Joff actually has. Okay, fair enough. It was meant to put some gray into the black, but overall it was pretty good. Okay. Okay, so that road came to an end in season 4, Line of the Rose. During rehearsal, Jack Reese was really polite to everybody. All of the characters were on one side of the table, Joffrey in the center, reminiscent of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, and for Joffrey it was interesting choice of words.
Last Supper? Like capital L, capital S?
Yes.
Oh.
Joffrey Christ? Yes, Dominus.
No comment.
No comment.
What did I miss?
You made the comparison between
The Purple Wedding and The Last Supper.
What?
Guess.
Joffrey and the Last Supper.
Oh no!
The only work in the contest is if Joffrey truly was a great human being.
He was framed.
Well, obviously, there are edits out there pointing out that all
Spoiler alert, he's not.
Yeah.
Joffrey was the education king.
Stop destroying my narrative, Neph.
So
Joffrey's the education king. He taught people that 4 minus 1 equals 3.
In my reality, that's what math is.
Don't you know that 2 plus 2 equals banana?
You guys didn't know that 3 minus 1 isn't 2?
Yeah. So, okay, Peter Dinklage got a kick out of tormenting the young actor for his kid's behavior. Uncle, what are you doing? at Gleason Red. You're my cupbearer, remember? And then Dinklage joked, "Gosh, you're such an a-hole."
Well, yes.
Then a few drops of prop wine fell into Dinklage's iPad, but Gleason apologized. Sorry, it's just a little dribble. Dinklage fired
Oh
back.
my god.
What did you call me?
Oh,
Watching Tyrion, quote unquote Tyrion, make Joffrey surreal, Joffrey be cowed and remorseful was amusingly surreal. Yeah, I imagine it would be. It'd be. So the dinner sequence also is good. Succession of character pairings, and then the formalities, celebrating the wedding. Curiously, long time nothing of importance happened at the banquet, which paradoxically increased the tension. I don't know why that is. I'm really sorry. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know your mic settings, maybe you can up your sensitivity a bit.
Oh, I took a look at the budget. Now I figured out why. It turns out we accidentally cut Dunn's mic budget.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You see, you're actually supposed to cut down on my my cat pictures. So.
Better now.
Which episode is the Purple Wedding? Is that episode 2?
Oh.
I know it's season 4, but which episode?
No, Don.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh crap! Oh no!
What?
You're roboticized. You've been roboticized.
You've been replaced by a synth.
Good news is that we can afford the.
All right.
Good news that
gone.
Better? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's much better.
Oh, curses! Spoiled again.
What happened to the?
Now, Valerian.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. We have it in the budget for a funeral.
Okay.
What happened to the infinite budget? Yeah. Why? Explain. Oh. You're doing this. You're roboting again.
You were roboticized, weren't you? Now I've got to go find.
I got to adjust. I put it to adjust the thing manually, but I guess it just doesn't work. I'll just talk louder or something. So okay, so it's a 35-page scene. They run the war. Tywin's celebrating. Joffrey's turning to man king. Interesting choice of words. I would say man baby.
What?
So Cersei's always got a bit of an edge, but now she's like having something of a good time. Yeah, makes sense. And I had dwarves and birds and cakes and pies and nothing going wrong. I saw it as one of the coolest challenges. There's a growing sense of dread, showing that everything that happens, you keep saying everything in such a way that's saying nothing's going wrong, nothing's going wrong. The trick with such a long sequence is that at a certain point, I'm watching this, it's 15 minutes, something momentous is going to happen. One of the major tricks to pull off to keep people in the moment with all the characters interacting with one another and not let them see the bigger picture is why we've been at this wedding for 15 minutes. Okay. One of the diversions was Joffrey using his sword to smash open a giant pie filled with live birds. It was one of the most complex and potentially hazardous stunts that nearly every other movie or TV show would have kicked down the line or to CG animators, but Game of Thrones producers insisted on doing it with using practical effects. Interesting. The pie was filled with 21 twined birds from Bosnia, which would be released through a hidden trapdoor. This scene caused a little bit of concern, as nobody knew for certain what the birds would actually do when released. Live birds, what could go wrong? White deadpanned at the time. Which, that's fine.
70 live horses! What could go wrong?
Oh, maggots. Let's get actual maggots. What could possibly go wrong?
I like how Neph's always like ready to pounce on any little thing.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a precursor to that, it seems. But
no, they never learn.
Well,
they never learned.
It's birds, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal.
You can't see me, but I'm raising my eyebrow.
All you need to do is just say, I think the worst that could happen is something gets pooped on.
Well, that's true,
Unless
but
there's demon pigeons.
So now this smiling is great. So now this bringing up. So now this is bringing up a good question. Why was I put in charge of the budget?
Yeah, why were you?
Wait, then you're the one who's giving me all this money. Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I should have been the one put in charge of the budget. I'm the one with money managing skills.
Just listen, I don't know how, but it keeps going around my back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So okay, so David Benioff's response, they could fly back to Bosnia. They could attack Jack and peck his face off. That's also a possibility. When Jack struck the pie, the birds flew perfectly. Jack looked a tad startled, which was okay. A few prosthetic dead birds were added to the contraption to show viewers that some birds didn't survive. In a way, it's a metaphor for the show. Guys, what?
Say that again. Say that again.
If it was a metaphor for the show, the fucking cake exploded and everybody died.
Wait, dead birds is a metaphor for the show? Is that what we just said?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that's what he said.
I thought themes were for eighth grade. I thought themes were for eighth grade book report.
Oh, get fucked.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at that.
Indeed, eighth grade book reports.
That's what themes are for.
Right, Benny.
I like how everybody during season 8's runtime, everybody was talking about themes and stuff, trying to justify season 8, but the writers themselves didn't care about themes.
Yeah.
Like I always had that back in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't really care about themes. So what do you got to say about that?
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's from their own mouths, and they really, really should have cared about what the themes are.
A lot of people claim that that's taken out of context, but it's just
no, it's not.
Yeah, they're
it's
idiots.
something dumb that they've said, and it needs no context.
Yeah, anybody who says that, no. So another one of the amusements was the play within a play performance of jousting dwarves that Joffrey orchestrated to Perion. The jaw of a 20-foot-high lion's head opened, and 5 actors rushed out pretending to ride horses. In Martin's book, the dwarves rode pigs, an idea that the producers briefly considered. The producers couldn't find a pig that anybody could ride. I went on YouTube. I found 17 videos of people riding pigs, but they all fell off it after 2 seconds, and none of them had to hold the lance and go after each other.
Are these real live pigs by any chance?
I love the bubblins from Twilight Princess.
Oh, see, there you go. We could have got some bubblins.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Nihilius, exactly. That's why. It's bad administration, not my fault.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's keep going. I think we'll have to... How much time is left on this chapter?
How many pages?
How many pages? Let me see.
Oh, she right there.
Purple wedding.
Yeah.
You see, this is why Neph should have been in charge. Instead of cat hookers, we could have had
It's not my fault. I'm good with the magic. It's just that Dunn keeps blowing it without me watching it. He has horrible administration. He keeps giving me so little.
Which means that we need to take over. Am I right?
He just wants his blood packs, and he's like, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want with the rest of the budget."
Yeah.
It's like okay, I'll give you $5. What?
Okay, let's blow through it. So it was not feasible on a production level to have a person riding on a pig. We were told it was not fair to the pig. Okay. So George R. Martin, Dan and Dave came up with the brilliant concept of having the dwarves, bringing the dwarves, all representing pretenders to the throne, and having them fight each other. It accomplished the same purpose without having to deal with a pig. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. That works. I think that's perfect. That's actually reasonable, I think.
Well, if they were smarter, they could have used CGI or something, because they would have had actual budget management skills.
Well, I think that like it actually works fine. That it's not. I think that just I think that having them just be play fighting like with sticks and stuff. I think that actually works better than a pig. Like it makes it like more. It makes it so that it more illustrates Joffrey's douchebaggery a little bit easier because he's just insulting everybody because each of the kings is somehow connected to each of the people um at the feast, and he's insulting all of them, and it makes everybody like super uncomfortable. So I think that this works better. Also, yeah. So, so for Peter Dinklage, the dwarf joust, using little people's purse as a mocking spectacle made him uncomfortable as an actor, but he added that Swift's feelings were good because it helped his performance as he was watching from the sidelines, watching the expression of cold anger. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's just kind of sad, but it's kind of like it's kind of unavoidable in a lot of ways. So let me see. So,
Just play music in the background.
I think actors can get too uncomfortable. I like.
Oh, that's me. I'm afraid. I keep forgetting that you don't want me to hear that.
It's all right. It's not loud. It's actually pretty relaxing.
It'll soothe us for when the big juice comes out of this book.
Well, I don't know if we'll get any juice out of this chapter since I have to be finished in only a few minutes.
Oh, that'll explain. Well, that'll explain why you gave me so little budget.
Yeah.
Well, I need to work on my senior thesis with my dad. So
What? We're ending this thing early?
Yep.
It looks like.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm just gonna try and blaze through it. So, I like Peter Dinklage. He likes being uncomfortable as an actor. True collaboration with Dave and Dan about in terms of what works and what wasn't. If it doesn't work for me, they had this brilliant matter of convincing me that it works, and 9 times out of 10, they're right. Interesting. Joffrey bullying humiliation scenes. Tyrion walks a careful line. He is polite yet dignified, refusing to play the full resistance irritates Joffrey. The king always wants subservience, yet maintain, and his uncle wouldn't get. And given that satisfaction, the audience had learned that any character defined Joffrey was playing a dangerous game, and they had success that they had began to suspect that something was horrible and just happened to somebody, not to Joffrey. Jack Gleason. Normal brides and grooms take control and go a bit crazy at their weddings. Joffrey is already controlling and crazy, so this is just planning the feigns of his petulance. Yeah, that works. David Benioff. He's like the Bridezilla.
Bridezilla?
Okay, did I miss something? I was out for a bit.
David Benioff, this is an actual quote. He says, he's like the Bridezilla. Okay.
What's the context behind this?
What's his name? Joffrey Baratheon as
Bridezilla?
Yeah.
What?
It's
I don't get it either.
It's not inaccurate. It's just kind of weird that he says it like Bridezilla.
Godzilla? Nah, watch out for Bridezilla.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get myself a Bridezilla.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think you want a Bridezilla, especially not a Bridezilla like Joffrey.
No. Really, no.
Yeah. Overly.
Oh, I was thinking of they being. Never mind. Let's keep this PG-13.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
That's kind of hard with all of the cursing that they do.
Yeah, even in this book. So things get weird.
Peggy 18. Okay, there.
All right. We will actually. You know what? Let's probably cut this off right here. I need to get going.
Oh, boom!
Okay.
Well, all right. We'll we'll start. We'll end on Bridezilla. Joffrey is the Bridezilla. Lovely.
Oh, what a lovely, yes, what a charming way to end.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for coming. We'll finish this up next week.
We do have enough in the budget for the ending, so.
Alrighty. I'll see you guys. We will see you guys later. Bye.
Holy shit. Okay, we're going. Go!